Good heavens, here we are. Hello and good afternoon, and what is up, gamers? Hello, everybody. My goodness. Okay, so apparently my overhead light that I used to light the artworks, we did not put on to charge the battery for it, so I do not know how much juice is left in it, but I've just plugged it in and it looks okay. So let's hope. And, if worst comes to worst, it is fine. I will just throw on a lamp or something, and we will still be able to see what it is we're doing. We're doing a BRB screen. How fun is that? I'm so excited. I have been meaning to make a BRB screen for, the better part of the year that I've been streaming so far, so, oops. But finally we are doing it, so that is hopefully going to be good. Anyways. As you can probably guess from the sketch, if you can see it, the concept, such as it is it is the me that is my brand, I suppose, if I do have one, similar to this little emote me here. There she is. I've just thrown that into chat for anyone who is not looking at chat. It's just my face looking tired because I am. Also, those of you who were here last stream, and those will remember this. Those of you who weren't here last stream, surprise! I have a pineapple now who is our friend and holds my paintbrushes while I work. And we built this last stream, and it is a very sweet friend. Look at that! Just a little shout out to Canadianness happening there. I love this buddy, and I'm very happy to have this. I mean, it's just generally, it's a good resource to have. Some place to put your paintbrushes, obviously. Besides just on the side of my living room table where they regularly roll off and fall on the floor. We also have our little buddy. Whoa, heck! Oh my goodness. Okay, well that scared the heck out of me, but thank you, Eddie. Thank you so very much for the sub. It is much appreciated. Thank you. And welcome on in. And how are you today? And here's I haven't found a use for this watermelon friend, but you know what? You don't have to be useful. You could just be yourself, and this watermelon is themselves, and we love them. So they're just gonna hang out to one side. Maybe if I pop them up here so you can still see them, that would be rad. Eddie says hello, sorry for this guy. No, it's okay. It is so okay. Thank you so much indeed. Genuinely, I appreciate it very, very, very much. There's a little bit of there was a something that fell from someplace onto, I think, just a bit of plastic landed on my painting. I don't want to get bits on my painting yet. We haven't even started. It's not allowed to be ruined yet. No. Anywho's, gonna stick the palette for this. I am running out of. I need another piece of scrap paper to just test out colors on, I think, because that is very nearly full. I'm going to be using the graphitints again this week. I do have a very exciting new paint that I'm looking forward to trying next week. But I think for this one I want the slightly more muted colors because, I don't know, I'm tired. But, so this is the paint set that we're working with. This is these are my swatches of the colors. So you can see they're all kind of very soft and sort of muted, which I love for me. So I think that'll be nice. Also, if I'm as tired as I look here, I'm gonna need a fairly muted palette to go with that. And I've got my handy dandy ricotta lid from the supermarket, which is, I think, the best thing to mix paint on personally. But that's because I don't like spending money on unnecessary extra plastic, I guess. Anyways, how is everyone doing? How's everyone's Monday been? How is everyone's weekend? How do it be? I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. Eddie says scrap paper is the most important, and he is right. That is very hot because I literally just made it. You can see it's quite pale because I did not have enough time for it to properly steep, so it is quite a delicate brew, shall we say. But that is my fault for not having enough time to do everything in a day. Yay, what is time? I never have enough time to get ready for a stream. Ever. Ever. It is terrible of me, but here we are. Like, whoops. Anyways. What is time indeed, asks Eddie, and my only answer is we don't know. We just don't know. I don't know anymore. It's confusing and bad. You know? I am super not here for it, basically. Is how I'm feeling. Time is a social construct, says Eddie. Indeed. Speaking of that, I saw on my, trending stories feed on Twitter today that a whole bunch of places in the UK are trialing a 4-day work week, which I am in favor of to a certain extent, but I feel like there are going to be certain places of work and certain industries where this is going to be more feasible than others, and unless it's implemented really, really carefully, it's probably going to create, new sort of crappy divides, between sort of, types of work and classes and that kind of thing that, might suck. I already only work 4 days a week in my day job, so I assume if my workplace switched over to a 4-day work week, which I doubt they ever will, they'll trial this, they'll be like, it was great, and then never take it forward, because as they do. But I already only work 4 days a week, so the only way that it would work for me is that if I were working the same number of hours, but earning 100% of my salary bracket instead of 80% of my salary bracket, which would be great for me, but also, I don't know. They're if you already just work for an hourly rate, that's not gonna change. I think implementing this, if they end up implementing it on a large scale, is gonna be a mess, basically. But I'm all for working less. I would very much like to work less right now, and I already only work 4 days a week, and I'm already exhausted all the time. Anyways, Ed says, hello Ed, how are you doing today, by the way? Gives us a quote from the lovely Douglas Adams. Time is an illusion, lunchtime doubly so. Could not agree more. Lux is here. Hello Lux, how the heck are you doing today? Welcome on in. How's your Monday going? Lux says 4-day work weeks only work if you amortize the same pay over less time. Exactly. I think that's the aim of at least the trial that they're doing here, is people aren't getting paid less. They're getting paid the same amount to do less hours in a week. Which again, hey, Lux has also just paid living wages and universal basic income. Yes, please. Please. But yeah, I would be very happy to do my job on fewer hours right now, I tell you. I would like there to be fewer hours worth of work to do, though, honestly. I'm a busy bumblebee. But, Lux says, I can do my job, honestly, about half the time needed. I think that's true of, so many jobs. I think a lot of the time that we think that it isn't, because when you work a ton, you're tired, and that makes it harder to do stuff, and then it takes longer to do stuff. I've always felt in jobs where, I get everything done fairly quickly because, I figure out how to be efficient and I'm good at the thing, that then, instead of being able to spend the rest of the time doing what I want and relaxing because I have completed my work, it's well, I have to be present for X number of hours in a week or X number of days. Therefore, the rest of the days, I have to make it look like I'm doing stuff, even though I have, bupkis to do the rest of the time. Otherwise, I will get in trouble for not doing enough. That's not good for your well-being, It's shitty. Anyways. Ed says, so being fabulous is just your hobby, Lux? Indeed. He's very good at it. Like, you could totally be professional level fabulous. For sure, for sure. Anyways. So, that is my rant about work. I'm tired. Happy Monday, everyone. What brush do I want to use today to do this? Shall I start with this one? Perhaps? I don't know. Anyways, I'm finally doing the BRB screen, and to be honest, I'm feeling a little bit nervous about it because I want it to look good, because it's gonna have to show up on stream every time I'm being RB. Which, to be fair, isn't actually that often. But just in case. So in case you can't tell, here's me. And I'm tired. I've stuck the kettle on. And I'm making a coffee or a tea. This is an artistic representation of my kitchen. Just pretend it's this nice. Okay? Please. And that's what we're up to so far. So, I might actually dip this paintbrush in some water. And I think I will maybe make a myself color first. And see how we progress from there. If I can remember how I make people color, I think I start with this. Because this palette, unhelpfully, as you may know, doesn't really have like a brown color. Or something that you can make into like a people colored beige really easily. And this is obviously this is like a sort of a plum, I would say, like a plum burgundy, which no one is plum burgundy, so I have to turn it into brown so I can create various shades of brown and beige, which are, like for instance, I am beige. I might need to make a brown if someone is browner than I am. But at the outset, I don't really want to be bright purple. Puce! Is that what I feel like I don't really know what puce looks like. I feel like puce is probably a color that I would actually really like, but just sounds really unpleasant. Like, puce doesn't sound like a pretty thing, I feel like, just from, like, the sound of the word. But maybe it's puce. I don't know. Hang on. Am I gonna have to Google puce in the middle of a stream? Yep. You've piqued my curiosity. Yeah, puce is kind of a purplish brownish color. So that tracks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Dark reddish brown. Got it. Thank you very much, chat. You are extreme. That is very awesome of y'all. Much appreciated. Okay. I'm gonna lighten this way down. Now, I am quite, as far as beige goes, my like face and stuff are like angry strawberry level of pinkish, so I might have to get a bit of a blush into there just so you get that impression. I mean, I can make this into a slightly more idealized version of me where I look, less horrific than IRL, but never mind. Sledge, hello, welcome on in. How are you doing today? I mean, I saw you like moments before I went live, but still, hello, and how are you? Lux says, I literally took a color theory course at uni. Woo! Did your university actually have art classes? 'Cause mine didn't. I had actually, when I was starting university, I looked at getting into like a photography program or something like that, because obviously, I'm a bit of a photomatographer myself. And wouldn't you know it, they phased out like the entire fine art school like the year I got there. So I was not able to do anything sort of art related while I was at the closest I got to getting to do anything art related while I was at school was like I don't know, maybe like shitty PowerPoint graphic design, and that was about as close as I was able to get. I didn't certainly in the stages of higher education that I got to do, we weren't avant-garde enough to allow like research creation as legitimate alternatives to just writing an academic paper either. So I wasn't able to, just present a short film on some whatever doofy literary analysis I was working on. I don't know. I was actually, I lost some sleep last night thinking back to when I was at university and just cringing internally at how embarrassing my past self probably was actually in, sort of a little over a decade's hindsight from leaving that side of the academic sphere. Like, good God, I must have been so annoying. And it makes me really sad to think about now. As much as I think we should, not hold on to, like, secondhand embarrassment for your past self, but I also feel like it's kind of a constant process of unlearning. Every time you remember something that you did back in the day that was embarrassing, you have to remind yourself that, like, you were younger and it's okay. You should, like, forgive yourself. Anyways, Sledge says just hiding in a trunk from men with guns. In Hitman, thank you for clarifying, because that's terrifying and I worry. Anyways, Lux says, not this color theory class was natural science. Oh, okay. So it was a lady in a muumuu going on about blue for 3 hours once a week. Ooh, did she have large statement jewelry? 'Cause, amazing. Such a brief... Our final assignment, says Lux in chat, was creating a color wheel using additive colors. Lux says, I just used the actual colors. And obviously, yes, she did have a large statement jewelry. That was a silly question. Ask a silly question, get a silly answer. I know, but I had to, okay? Just so everyone should know that. Oh my goodness. Incredible, truly. And we had to call her Doctor, not Professor Doctor. Some people are very particular about their titles. I mean, I kind of get it, in as much as you spent, like, God knows how much years and probably, like, mental anguish receiving, like, a specific qualification. You want to, be recognized in that way, but also, I don't know. I feel weird calling people, like, Dr. So-and-so. Yeah, I don't know. Like, most of the people that I actually addressed by name when I was at university who were, like, instructors, I would just use their names. And if I wasn't speaking, if I wasn't, like, if I felt like, okay, this person has tenure and probably doesn't want me to use their first name, I would just not refer to them by any name. Oh my goodness. Was this... Okay. Lux says that we drew a comic of her as a superhero where her special power was her muumuu. Now, what I really need to know is, was this an assignment for class, or did you just do this for fun? Because that's amazing. That's amazing and quite adorable. Regardless, I love it. That's awesome. I have created my face now, or at least like a base beige. I will probably shade in some extra pinkishness because you can't see me, but I am very red. Anyways, hello there, Lilies, who says, is this a new BRB screen? This is the only BRB screen I've ever made because I've been streaming for almost a year. It will be a year this Saturday, and I've never made a BRB screen because I just kept saying, I'm gonna make a BRB screen. I'm gonna do it. Every time a BRB would come up, I'd be like, okay, next time I'm gonna have a screen. Just deal with starting soon for a minute. And a year passed, and wouldn't you know it, I'm doing it just now because I suck. Anyways, hello and welcome on in. How are you doing today? Hello. How's your Monday going? We are trying to... I'm gonna try and make the brown of, like, the roots of my... I'm probably not gonna get so detailed as to paint in every single one of my grays. Just imagine that they're there. Like, you know, right? We don't need to paint in the grays. Louise says, yay, better late than never. Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying my best. It is what it is. It just is, okay? Anyways, okay, gonna try and get my roots in. Did I go to the University of Guelph? I did not go to the University of Guelph. University of Guelph was my hometown. Well, Guelph was my hometown, is my hometown. My parents still live in Guelph. But I traveled up the road to Wilfrid Laurier. Which for the uninitiated is in the beautiful city of Waterloo, Ontario, which is about half an hour from my hometown, roughly. It's it's fine. It's also the only school within sort of commuting distance to me that had like a cultural studies program, which was something I was interested in pursuing. So that was a good, but and it was a good program. It was a fun program. It was fine. But yeah, it was not Guelph. Lux says KW. That's the combined cities of Kitchener-Waterloo, which is where I was stationed at university. Oh, pretzels! Oh, I've just seen that Eddie's redeemed the old-timey mid-Atlantic accent for the next 5 minutes, so I will see what I can do. Thank you very much indeed for redeeming that. Gonna take a sip of my tea and tell you all about Kitchener and Waterloo, Ontario. Anywho. Chips and biscuits, but that's a good cup of tea. Now then. Oh, goodness me, Lux says I was assaulted on a bus in KW. I'm very sad to hear that, and I do believe it, and I'm wonderfully, horribly unsurprised. It is, now, the thing about Kitchener-Waterloo that you have to understand is that Waterloo is where all the sort of technology things and the fancy things and the expensive things and 2 universities, right? But then Kitchener, which is technically the different cities, but they're also kind of the same one. It's very confusing. The BlackBerry, if you remember that archaic piece of technology, which I don't understand with you kids and your newfangled things, comes from a place called Research in Motion, or RIM for short. That's based in Waterloo, Ontario. Anyways. Now then. But the thing about Kitchener-Waterloo is because obviously Waterloo is where all of the fancy things are, then Kitchener is, Kitchener's not quite as nice, I would say. It's trying its best, you know? But it's, there are some slightly less savory, slightly less pleasant bits, especially downtown. At least when I was at university there, it was a little bit more rough and tumble than the Waterloo bit of it. Such as, now this may be a rumor, but what I heard when I was at university is that any homeless folks who would be milling about uptown Waterloo, because they called it uptown, not downtown, just so we're very clear. If there were any homeless folks milling about in uptown Waterloo, the police would come pick them up and take them to downtown Kitchener. That's the kind of thing we're talking about. Isn't that lovely? Don't you just love it? Anyways, Cambridge, Ontario, now that you mention it, Lux, is where my grandmother lives, and so I love it for that. Anywho, Lowly says you sound just like the panel on What's My Line, and I appreciate that so much. Oh, thank you very much indeed. I do try my best. Lux says that I'm either Kitty Carlisle or Dorothy Kilgannon. I will take both and very much appreciate it. Oh, good heavens. Apparently Hamilton and Toronto do the same. Well, that's just deeply unpleasant. I mean, it's not helpful to people. It's just mean. Anyways, these things make me grumpy, and this isn't Sammy Grumpiness Hour, but I'm grumpy anyways. I mean, look at me, I'm grumpy. Look at that. That is grump. Now then, Ed in the chat says, if you aren't packing heat, stay out of the Kitchener. I don't know if it's that bad, but it's Canada levels of unpleasant in places. I mean, it's also nice in some places, obviously. I did used to appreciate, there was this wonderful restaurant called the East African Cafe that was right next to the bus station, and I got some fantastic lunches there in my day. Just everything vegetarian on the menu, which was quite a lot, and just loads and loads of the lovely flatbread for like, $10 maybe. It was wonderful. Anyways, It is also pointed out in the chat that Kitchener used to be called New Berlin, but then wars happened and they decided to change it to something a little bit less, a little bit less German. Nonetheless, they do still have a big Oktoberfest every year, so I'm sure there are lots of pretzels. Anywho, oh. Injera's delicious. I love Ethiopian food. If I've been meaning for years to teach myself how to make my own injera so that I can have it at home, and I simply haven't I simply haven't had the time to figure it out yet, but I will. I certainly will. Because it's absolutely delicious. Oh, I do make a few Ethiopian, sort of vegetarian stews at home from time to time, and we love them. The one with like the cabbage and the potatoes and the carrot. Oh, it's my favorite. It's so good. So good. So good, friends. Absolutely delicious. Anyways. Hopefully good pretzels, says Eddie. Yeah, indeed. I've never actually done an Oktoberfest situation. Because, I don't know, going out and doing things is not really my bag normally. But, how do I not know about the Binder Twine Festival? Oh, Kleinberg! Oh, yes, of course, Kleinberg is a small, settlement in sort of our area. Anyways. Let me read to you of the Binder Twine Festival. Or, usually, Binder Twine was an annual festival held on the first Saturday... Heck! What just happened? What just...
Hey. Your remote's not working again.
Oh no! Oh no! I've got good news and I've got bad news. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. So apparently my my alerts aren't working, which is doing me a very sadness. And I don't know why. And I'm so sorry. Oh no, it worked on the weekend. It was working on the weekend. That's so frustrating. I'm so sorry. Because Ed has just done an incredible kindness. Thank you very much indeed. Ed has gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Lolies and Moogle and DDT and Mr. Coolness and Beth. Thank you very much indeed. I'm so sorry that the alerts aren't working. Can I just test one and see if it shows up? No, oh damn it. Why? Why is it doing this to me? I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I don't know why it's not working again. The last time I managed to get it to work by switching off my OBS and then opening it again, which I can't really do when I'm live. Aw, man, no. Sadness. I'm so sorry. Are the alerts under my they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. Let me try it again. Oh, there it is. Oh, damn it. Apparently my... That was it. Okay, well, do I need to play it 5 times so you can see it? Eddie, thank you so much. Oh. Should I just give up? I feel like I should just give up. Ed, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Eddie is a pro streamer. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm sorry. Anyways, play it 5 times. Okay, that was 1. I'm gonna, you know what? Let's just plonk that right in the middle. There we go. Because I'm very proud of this animation as well. That's 3. Anyways, I think I missed some chat. Vera, hello, how are you doing? Welcome on in. I'm sorry that you came in and just in time for the bad chaos. How many is that? Is that 4? I apologize to anyone who received a gift sub and isn't seeing your name popping up and just mine over and over and over again instead. I'm very sorry. But anyways, that's that. Ta-da! We did it! Apparently I have subbed like 5 or 6 times. Oh god, what a mess. What an absolute mess. Eddie says certainly didn't know that because it happened to me or something. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Anyways, Lux says, it's like the old NFB films we were shown. Oh! The National Film Board of Canada produced some amazing short animations and stuff, which I am still lightly obsessed with, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, they were so good. They were so good. There was this, okay, this was not an animated film, but just out of curiosity, there was this short film that I watched when I was a child, and I can't remember what it's about. I just remember something about, like, I think there was a little girl who had, like, a pet chicken, and she put, like, Fruity Pebbles or something in, like, her pancakes? Or something like that? I know this is really vague and doesn't make any sense to anyone, but I remember seeing this, and I've tried popping those keywords into Google, and Google's like, it doesn't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's very confusing and difficult. I just don't know. Oh, The Cat Came Back. The Cat Came Back is a classic piece of animation, also a classic song. I will attempt a little bit of a rendition, but not too much because I don't want to get dinged for copyright. But the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back. He thought it was a goner, but the cat came back. He just wouldn't stay away. So classic. That was a very it was the tale of a dude who was menaced by this cat that He tried to enact various humorous schemes in this cartoon to try and rid himself of the presence of this troublesome feline, which I think was his first problem, was just not, like, learning to live with the cat. You know. And, 'cause, I mean, cats. They're lovely. We love them. Anyways, so he kept trying to get rid of the cat, and then he'd be like, okay, that's it. There's no way that I will ever see that cat again. You know, I'm just going to drive him to, I don't know, the Kazakhstani wilderness or something like that, you know, and then the next day he wakes up and there's the cat. And it was a rather a frustration for this gentleman, I would say. And also a lovely little cartoon. I'm so my hair is partially brown, but it's also largely purple, so I'm trying to make sure there's enough, I'm not over browning it here and making sure that there's still some space for my purpley bits. Because it's important that I have purpley bits. They are a big part of me. I am a purple smole at heart. Speaking of, I'm also very pink most of the time, so I'm gonna see if I can just dab on, like, a really light blush onto my face without making it look really blotchy and horrible. And the answer is no, it's going to look blotchy and horrible, but you know what, actually that's okay, because so am I. That's fine. Ooh, we've got links from Lux in the chat for the Cat Came Back film. If you want the history of the actual National Film Board, ooh, yes, do it. It is very cool. They produced some really weird, interesting stuff. I don't know if they're still about and kicking, but they definitely produced some pretty cool stuff. I wanna get a little bit of pink on here, but I don't wanna accidentally give myself, like, a clown nose. I just want to look a diddle bill red, because I am a tittle bit red. Just a little bit up here as well. Just to cement the fact that I am an angry strob. There we go. Okay, cool. Actually, that's fairly subtle. I think that's okay. That's okay. Anyways. Man, I wish I could make a short animated film. I think the best, I think as far as short animated films go, I think the best that I am able to manage at this stage anyways is probably something along the lines of, you know, like that. Which, you know, took me like a good half an hour to make. I did actually start working on an animated trailer for my first book a while back, but then other stuff kind of took priority because animating like a single shot of this was taking so long, and even then the animation is very unsophisticated. Like I started drawing, let me see if I can find the page. I did a where is the page? Where is that page? It must be earlier on in the book. Yes, I wanted to I managed to animate. This is as much as I managed to animate of this trailer. Is this page I made the little squada up here fly away. That's it. That's all I've done. So I will come back to it at some point, but it's certainly taken me a wee while, and will probably be a wee while from here. Oh, fiddlesticks. I've just seen I did something very silly. I have not painted my legs. My legs are not, now my legs don't see any sunlight ever, but they are not like pure alabaster white or anything. They don't have a lot of melanin, but they do definitely have a bit of a just a pudgy little blush. That's more like it. Alba, thank you very much for the hydrate and welcome in. How are you doing today? Hello, hello. How's your Monday going? We are talking about short animated films, and I'm trying to paint my BRB screen, and it's going about as chaotically as you'd expect, I guess. Anyways, okay. Do I want to give my hair is quite dark, so I think I maybe want to add just a little additional sort of wash on top of that. At least my roots are quite a dark brown, and this is kind of more of an auburn at this point. So maybe if I can just get a little bit. The thing about these paints that I find oftentimes is the way that, like, I will put like a layer down and be like, oh no, that's so dark. That's like super saturated. Fantastic. Okay, I'm done. And then it dries down and it's like, oh, you can't see it. Never mind. Gonna have to do another layer. Yay. Oh dear, Albus has headache. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your headache. That is not fun. I'm very sorry to hear about that. I hope that your head feels better soon. Headaches are the pits. I've got at the moment I've got this ear thing that happens because my face gets sad when I'm stressed. And I can't hear very well out of my right ear. It's a little bit troublesome, especially first thing in the morning. Poor Sledge will say something to me and I'll just hear like babe, and I'll be like, and I feel really bad making him have to repeat stuff, but I can't hear it because my ear is all screwy. Anyways, yes, I hope you feel better, Alba. That's the pits. I'm gonna take another sip of my tea. I did before all of the technical difficulties kicked off about a gazillion years ago in chat, and I'm very sorry that I missed it at the time. I did get a tell me more about tea redeem. So I will tell you now. I am currently drinking this is my second mint-based tea of the day, but I'm currently drinking a tea, it's called mint pistachio, it's a black tea, but I was drinking a green tea earlier that was a green tea with mint and lime, and one of the most important things to be aware of, I think, when steeping tea is, like, water temperature, in as much as if you're drinking a black tea like this one, you want your water to be at boiling to get the best extraction out of it and to get the best flavor. Which is why I hate when you just get like a hot water tap that just dispenses hot water. Like, what temperature is hot? Is it boiling? Is it like 80 degrees? Is it like 70 degrees? What does hot mean? That doesn't tell me whether or not the tea is going to be drinkable. On the other side, green tea like I had this morning wants to be about 80 degrees. And if you use boiling water, there's a good chance that it will like scald the leaves and you'll get an unpleasant bitter taste. To which end, like, again, the hot water tap is a bit problematic for that, but also, if you're doing it at home and you're boiling a kettle, if you don't have one of those fancy kettles that tells you what temperature, you're, like, you can set it to, like, switch off at certain temperatures or to indicate when it's reached a certain temperature. If you don't have that, just boil the kettle, but pour in about, like, whatever the capacity of your mug is, pour in like a fifth of that of just like cold tap water to bring the temperature back down, and that should give you roughly the temperature that you want for a green tea. So there you go. I'm so sorry that was really late. I had some technical difficulties and I got all flustered. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I'm so tired. I'm glad I decided not to commit to anything too much more sophisticated than a painting today, because I think if I had tried to, like, carve linoleum blocks today, we would have had, I don't know, maybe some troubles. This isn't what my actual kettle looks like, by the way. My actual kettle is super old. It either came from, like, the Morrison's Basics range, or the, or possibly Argos Basics range. I'm not sure. It was like 5 pounds. I've been using it for like 8 and a bit years. It has been bad for like half that. And we really need to get a new one. So I'm imagining that this is my kettle and that it pours very well. Because mine does not. And hey, a girl can dream, okay? I ought to be allowed at least that much. Please and thank you. Also, to be fair, this also isn't what my kitchen looks like, because I do not want to paint what my kitchen looks like, because my kitchen is a terrible British apartment kitchen that's frankly kind of chaotic. So again, this is a slightly idealized version for stream, but just pretend with me. Pretend with me. Let's go. If that's okay, I hope you don't mind. Anyways. What shall I paint next? Shall I do my her? Shall I do the rest of my her? I should probably do the rest of my her. Okay. I'm gonna pull out some purple then, but obviously I do not need anywhere near this level of intensity, so let's water it right down, because my hair, of course, is a nice sort of pale lilac color, varying shades, I would say, of between like lavender and lilac, and sometimes almost pink, depending upon where I'm at in the dye cycle, and also what dye I'm using to replenish the color. So I'm just gonna pop on some lovely purpleness. The trouble with trying to make it very pastel on here is that it runs the risk of me doing it so softly that it kind of recedes into almost looking like nothing, and actually in real life it can be quite vibrant. So hopefully I'll be able to capture that and you'll be able to see that it is in fact purple. Eddie says, "We shall pretend." Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it. Anywho. I actually saw the design of this kettle is based on a kettle that I saw, just doing like a cursory search for kettles and other kettles that I could have. It was probably a fairly expensive kettle, but it was like this, like sort of sea bluish green color that I think looks really quite rad. So I'm going to paint mine in this. Also, I'm not painting my kitchen in the, like, disgusting shade of magnolia that my house is. Does it... Okay, real talk. Before I get too inflammatory about the color magnolia as, like, a wall paint color, I will just ask, does anyone actually like it? Because I do not. And that's the color that my walls are. And I don't love that for me. I would be happy to paint them something else, but since we are renting this property, I don't really feel like, I don't know, I feel like, I mean, we could repaint them, but then we'd have to get permission, and then we'd have to repaint them again when we move away. I mean, there are some places that just because we've lived here long enough are probably going to need sort of a new lick of paint when we move away anyways, but I don't know, it feels risky to do. There are changes I would love to make to this place to make it more sort of cozy and livable and better, that I can't because I don't own it. That does me a sadness. But home ownership is not on the cards at the moment, so tis what tis. We make do. We definitely make do. Anyways, I haven't actually decided what color these sort of hypothetical cupboards are going to be. I guess maybe just like a blonde wood would be approps. I think maybe just a blonde wood. And let's pretend that my kitchen is a nicer color than magnolia, because I don't... Listen, I know I look tired and grumpy here, but I'd like to reflect the slightly magical world of our streams where things are nicer. At least I like to hope and pretend slightly that this is a bit of a magical world. You know? It's like those TV programs that you watch when you're a child, and sort of the presenter is there and like, "Hello, this is my house," and it's like, you know, like a magic tree house or something. That's the energy that I would love to have as a person. I mean, I obviously don't, but hey. Anyways. At least I think my hair is sufficiently purple now. Does that read as purple? I don't actually know how that reads on screen for y'all. I know what it looks like for me in any case. But yeah, hopefully that is okay. I shall try and approximate a blonde wood for these cupboards. It's a little out of focus. Oh, damn. Okay. I did try and pull the focus real good when we started. But, it's not easy to get it into focus. Sorry? Oh, do you want me to actually move the arm? Are you sure? Okay. How's that? How's that, everyone? Is that better? Okay. I don't want to drop it down too much, because I'm afraid if I drop it down too much that you won't be able to see everything that I'm working on, which kind of defeats the purpose. But hopefully that's okay. Hopefully you can see it. Let us continue on with a nice cupboard shade. Just gonna steal a tittle bit of that. See how that is. Actually, I think that's decent. Gonna just saturate it a little bit more, and then we can go in with these nice wood panel cupboards. Okay. Yeah, that looks like wood. I think that looks like wood. Good. Wood is what we want it to look like, because that's what it is. I was thinking, I considered doing like a painted wood situation, which I think looks really charming, but meh. It's just wood colored, which is charming as well. I love the looks of those, like, you know, very sort of Scandinavian inspired, I guess you would say, homes that are like all blonde wood and white paint and everything, but I also know for myself that I would get so bored. I'd be like, we need to inject some color into this. Can't I just paint something green? Can I please have a green, maybe? Or like, I don't know, blue or purple, something other than white and beige. It's very appealing until it's not. Sort of, oh no, I did not mix enough paint, oh no. I'm gonna need to make a little more. Hopefully that matches okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Cool. Did a little concern there for just a second, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Cool. Anyways, I have to say, I'm looking forward to my dinner this evening. I am doing a Brussels sprout stir fry with tofu, which is absolutely delicious. I like to add in some bell pepper as well, which with the red and the green makes it look incredibly Christmassy, which is not my aim. Because, you know, it's like mid-January, but it's just so nice. It's just so nice. It's a good combo of flavors. I think that's probably actually one of my favorite ways to do Brussels sprouts. I think there are a lot of people who don't really do them outside of like roast dinners, and I think that's such a shame because they're you know, they're very applicable in a lot of different meals and stuff if you want to. I really like them in a stir fry, you know, with like that sort of flavor combination, like soy sauce and garlic and ginger, is amazing. Also, okay. Brussels sprout. So if you're familiar with okonomiyaki, Brussels sprout in place of the shredded cabbage is just chef kiss. It's delicious. Try it. It's so good. That's something I haven't had in a while. Oh. Now I want to make okonomiyaki again. I think it's probably been like maybe a month or two. If you haven't had okonomiyaki, I recommend it. It is delightful. Anyways, Ed says, Sammy dropping knowledge. It is very appealing until it's not. Yeah, I mean, that's the... that, I guess that kind of thing kind of sounds like a no-brainer. Like, I'm aware, but yeah. It is appealing until it is not. I'm gonna do, I think, maybe just a slight... My counters are like a gray color, so I think I might just actually... I might stick with that. I think that's fine. To have the countertops in a nice gray. I haven't decided what the color of my sweatshirt here is yet. I have many colors of jumper that I own. I have the one that I'm wearing today, which is black. I have a really nice green one that's comfy. It's not as big as this though. I can't really wear it as just like a dress in itself. But we could pretend. This is already not reflecting fully sort of my lived experience. So there you go. Goblin Snack! Hello, welcome on in. How the heck are you doing today? Goblin Snack says, I'm looking at your book right now and it's so beautiful. OMG! Oh my goodness, thank you so much indeed for saying so. I very appreciate it. I hope you are having a fantastic day. How are you doing? Welcome to the imminent BRB screen chaos. We are creating a fantastical version of my kitchen that is better than my actual kitchen in every way, and myself, which is tired. I've got the kettle on, and yeah, IRL I do obviously have my tea as well, because tea is the elixir of life, and it's very important. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Goblin says, I just got home from a job interview at an art gallery and I'm so nervous and happy, so this stream is very welcome. Oh! I'm crossing my fingers and my toes. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yay! Well done, you. This is a tea which was a seasonal tea, so I don't think it's still available. But it's called Mint Pistachio. So it's like a peppermint, it's a black tea blended with peppermint, and it's got like really like sort of creamy notes to it. It's very pleasant. I bought a huge bag of it because I find it to be an incredibly comforting taste. And I'm stressed a lot, so I like to be comforted. You know? Alright, I'm gonna I should maybe switch to a finer point pen for this for now, because I've just seen what I would like to fill in next, and it is this bag of sugar over here on the countertop. Absolutely not looking up what the bag of sugar I normally buy looks like, just for, I don't know, a mild amount of realism, but I know that the package is quite blue. So I will make this quite blue, but I'm not gonna make it actually be a specific brand, because I don't care about that, but... Oh, that's dark. Okay. I'm gonna lighten this down just a smidge. I think normally sort of like the top of the packet is sort of blue, and then there's a little bit of blue on the bottom as well. Like that. And the word sugar is so teensy that you're not going to be able to read it anyways, but... Hey, how about I am trying my best and I don't care. Sorry, I got real quiet there because I'm concentrating on trying to get at least a semblance, a suggestion of the word sugar here on the sugar bag. And I realized that I did a bit of a goof, because the sugar is actually on the other side of the counter, but never mind. That'll do. You can just about see that it says sugar. That will do. Good enough. Anyways, Goblin says, don't give them free spawn. You're too expensive. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I would never. That's one of the interesting sort of like, I don't know if this counts as like immigrant experience klaxon, but back in the old country, I'm used to like most sugar that you can like buy being cane sugar, but the sugar that we get here is beet sugar. It tastes exactly the same. No, sweetheart, no. Sledge has said sugar, the sophisticated choice. Buy yours today. I'm not reading it out loud because they do not get free advertising on this channel. They're not that good. Like, I will tell you that the tea that I bought is from Bird and Blend because they are a small company and I fully support them. But the sugar company, no. The sugar company, give me that money and then I will endorse you. So there. Anywho. Right. Which mug should I be drinking out of? There's another question. Oh, I did also see Goblin says I love the spoons. Thank you. Interestingly, there was a back in Canada, there was a band of some, like a music band of some renown, primarily in the 1980s, called the Spoons. And I had a particular fondness for some of their music when I was, sort of a teenager, and I found out that my friend Jordy, when I was in high school, was actually next door neighbors with Sandy Horn, who was the bassist of the Spoons, and I was like, that's so cool. Oh my goodness. My friend's dad was a musician as well, and I think did some performances at our local like performing arts center with Sandy Horn of the Spoons, and I was like, your dad's playing with Sandy Horn from the Spoons? Oh my goodness. Anyways, that's the kind of nerd that I am, so yikes. Anyways, yes, Bird and Blend is very good. Sledge says, well, it's either Silver Spoon or Sainsbury's own brand. That's true. It might be either. Alba says, would you accept payment in just a massive pile of sugar? I mean, it's tempting. What size of pile are we talking, Alba? That's the question. Sledge says, also, I'm not going to turn down sponsor deals. Got to pay the bills somehow. Honestly, if I could pay the bills on sponsorships, I would be cool with that. Goblin says, that's so cool as a fellow Canadian living in the UK. Going to Spoons means something very different now. Oh, I know. Oh, Spoons. Yeah. I haven't been to a Spoons in years. But I do remember they had a decent veggie burger. And it's not very expensive. I remember seeing someone's, I think it was it was someone who wasn't British, and it was part of their like little sort of like travel vlog on their Instagram or something, and they were like, we just found this amazing little place. It's called Weatherspoons, and we're getting breakfast right now, and it's so cool. And I'm like, oh honey, they're everywhere. They're not that good. This little indie pub called Weatherspoons. It's like most people don't know it, but like it's really special. Oh honey. Oh no. Oh no. Anyway, that did me such a giggle, honestly. So funny. I think I'm going to paint a spoon. I am going to do my red spoon. I have spoons of several colors. The important thing about these little sort of like colorful flippy-doo like spoon spatula situations is knowing that the red one is the one that I can use for things like stir fry and spaghetti sauce and like taco rice and that kind of thing. So it's because silicon I find kind of absorbs like flavors after a while, which I don't love. But because it does kind of absorb the flavors of things after a while, I specifically have one that I use for like savory, spicy things. Like if I'm making, sort of aloo gobi or something, I will use the red one. If I'm making pancakes or something sweet, I use the purple one because I don't want to use one that I feel like is potentially going to make my pancakes, taste like spaghetti sauce, because that doesn't sound delicious to me at all. My pancakes are supposed to taste like, buttermilk and maple syrup. So there. Alva says, I have put a picture of the size of the sugar pile in the Discord. Thank you very much indeed for doing that. I will just pop a link to the Discord in the chat for anyone who is not in the Discord already and would like to join. We have fun there. It's pretty quiet, and it's just nice. Goblin says, I went to Canada and found this amazing local shop called Walmart. It was great. Oh my goodness. I've never heard of it. What do they sell there? That sounds really cute. Oh my goodness. Lino's here says, Oi, Savaloys. I have just arrived to slightly cursed food discussion. I'm at home, I see. Oh yes. This entire stream is cursed. Lino, welcome on in. How the heck are you doing today? It is lovely to see you. As always. We are finally, can you believe, to learn to know that it has been a whole year without a be right back screen, and I'm just getting around to doing the damn thing. Can you believe? If I was not me, I would be like, damn, what have you been doing? But no, I am me, so I'm just like, damn, what have you been doing? Why? Why am like this? Oh boy. Okay. So I'm going to... Actually, I hadn't sketched this out, but you know what might be... it's probably a really good idea. Would be to add... Just 1 second. Actual BRB. Sunshine.
Yeah.
Sunshine, is there a pencil at this desk?
Probably not.
Okay. The BRB screen is now officially in effect for just a moment. Back in a sec. Sorry, I hadn't brought my pencil with me to the studio because I don't normally do the pencil sketches on stream because the pencil lines are so faint. I don't feel like that would be a super interesting stream to watch because you're basically watching, I don't know, nothing happening. Essentially, I'm just doing some labels on these jars. so that we know that one of them is plain flour and the other one is self-rising. That's it. Anywho, Ed says, in regard to Walmart, do they sell walls? That would make sense. I'm wondering if do they sell like wall art maybe, or wallpaper? That'd be quite cool. Anyways, exclusively they sell walls, says Goblin. That is super cool. I'm definitely gonna have to check out this little Walmart place next time I'm in Canada. Oh my goodness. Anyways, oh no, Alba says I just need to stop what I was gonna say to say boo to Ed. No, it was good pun. Lino says the mood in that BRB screen is relatable. I thank you very much indeed. It is how I feel in my heart quite a lot of the time. Therefore, it is what I what I feel should be reflected in my Be Right Back screen. It is literally me, so, you know. Anyways, should I maybe give myself eyes? Because I've just been... Oh, jeez. My goodness. Hello. Poison Hoarder, welcome on in. Hello. How the heck are you doing today? Thank you so much very much. Thank you very much indeed for the raid. Hello. Welcome on in, raiders. Poison Hoarder, what were you up to today? Do let me know. Blatella says Poi Raid. Yay! Thank you very much for raiding and stopping by. And how the heck are you doing today? Welcome on in. If there's anything that you want to share, let me know. What were you up to today? How was your day going? Poison Order says, hi, I found you on peer-to-peer. Oh, peer-to-peer is a fantastic resource for sort of finding fellow, like, queer and neurodivergent and all that kind of thing streamers. It's fantastic. I love it. And I love that it's getting some use, and thank you very much for being here. Oh, Goblin, thank you very much for shouting out Poison Hoarder. Everyone do check them out, and thank you very much for being here. Oh, Poison Hoarder, thank you very much indeed for following. Did some Minesweeper, then some rando... Okay, my settings doesn't like whatever you typed. So feel free to try again, because I'm sure it wasn't actually anything bad. But that's super cool. Oh, I love Minesweeper. I haven't done that in ages. That's so much fun. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Well, raiders, for anyone who has not ever been here before, my name is Twitch user Sammy Kelsch. My pronouns are she, her. I am, I guess, what you would call a variety streamer. And on Mondays I do art streams. So today I'm finally, after a year of streaming, working on my BRB screen, and that's me. If you want to get a bit of an idea of what sort of other stuff I do, this is a book that I wrote a couple of years ago. This is the kind of illustration that I do. It's a very silly, gentle little story about these two fellas who moved to an enchanted forest, and that's the kind of thing that I do. I might just throw up my Instagram real quick so you can have a look at what I do when I'm not doing that. Oh, tell me it's working. Yay, it's working! That's awesome. So this is the kind of thing that I do. I do a lot of, like, soft watercolors is my preferred medium, though in streaming I'm trying to branch out a little bit into doing other stuff as well. So this is actually an old piece that I just posted recently. The last thing that we actually made on stream was these two, like, Lego friends. So we've got our pineapple and the little watermelon wedge buddy, which was a lot of fun to do. But apart from that, I tend to do, sort of a lot of just, like, soft illustrations. Here's just things I did this past year. And hopefully my mic is still working. Oh, good, my mic is still working. Anyways, so that's the kind of things that I do when I do artworks, and I do game streams on Fridays and Sundays as well. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. And yeah, how's your day been, Poison Hoarder? What are you... Top right, is that fan art by any chance? Oh, let me just pop back onto the screen and see what... Top right. Oh, I see. Yes, that is. For anyone who's ever listened to the Adventure Zone podcast, this is This is just a little picture of the character of Angus MacDonald, who is one of my very favorites. This, incidentally, is also fan art. If anyone's read any of P.G. Woodhouse's books, this is that's Jeeves and that's Bertie, who I absolutely adore. Anyways, the rest of it's all just sort of doofy stuff for me, except this was a Draw This in Your Style challenge I did for a fellow art streamer by the name of Arcasian, who is fantastic. The rest of it is all just dumb things that I do. Anyways. Anyways, yes, it's Angus. Hello, sirs. I just think he's so stinking cute. Anyways. Now then. Where were we? So today, I've been streaming for, in just under a week, it will have been a year. And wouldn't you know it, I'm literally just now getting around to actually doing a Be Right Back screen, because I am, an unmitigated disaster, I guess you could say. Anyways, so Poison Hoarder was doing some itch.io games, which is fantastic, and I hope they were super fun. Did you come across anything, like, amazing? Because I gotta know. But but yes, thank you very much. I love... Blatella says, I love the look of your About section and notification widgets. They're such a good vibe. Thank you so much indeed. I really appreciate it. I did, just after, I took a little break for the holidays, and when I came back, I wanted to do some updates to sort of my stream setup and make it a little bit more, I don't know, fancy and profesh. I say in extremely large quotes because it still very much isn't, but I was just using like a default sort of GIF animations for like new followers and subs and stuff. But when I went on break, I was like, I'm going to use this opportunity to do a slight rebrand, and so I've created animations using my own art for all of them. They are extremely unsophisticated, but I tried my best, okay? Anyways, Latella says, I think Small Polite Child is a very good character archetype. I totally agree. I think it's fantastic. I think it's such a cute character, and a fantastic character type as well. I'm thinking now, maybe you've got me thinking next time I need to create like a D&D or sort of like TTRPG character. I feel like maybe I should be like a Small Polite Child. I feel like that would be very fun to play. I've really only played sort of like mid-adult aged people, which is maybe a little bit samey, though they've all been very different characters, so that's not true, but Poison Hoarder says, it's so cute, I love the vibes, thank you so much. Who needs sophistication when you have pure vibes? Y'all are too nice. You're breaking my brain. Blatella says, unsophisticated is good sometimes, and this is definitely one of those times. Oh, thank you very much indeed. I very much appreciate it. That's very kind of you to say. In case you're wondering, the paint that I'm working with today, I got this as part of a scrawler box, and I've just literally fallen in love with this paint palette. It's a graphite paint, so it's like a watercolor paint pan set, but it's got graphite blended in with the paint, which gives it this wonderful sort of soft muted appearance that we've got here. The only drawback about this set is that there isn't really like a true like brown color at all. So anytime I want something to be brown, I have to like blend my own browns, which is a lot of the time, because strangely a lot of things are actually brown. Small Polite Child, right, says Poison Hoarder. Hell yeah. Lino says, I had a Small Polite Child accompany one of my parties as an escort quest in D&D recently. Everybody loved her. Oh, bless. That sounds really sweet. Eddie says, the stream actually just helped me finish an art I started today. Yay! That is awesome. That is so awesome to hear. Listen, I love arting along to other people's live streams, and I also really love knowing that people are working on stuff while I'm streaming. That is incredibly cool. If there's anything you want to share, feel free to pop it in the Discord. I would love to see it if you would like to, and if you are able, that would be super rad. I will drop a link to the Discord again, just in case anybody wants to join. You can find out when I'm going live, what my schedule is looking like that week, and just generally hang out and mostly just hang out and talk about knitting wool or whatever, let's be real. But that's awesome. Yay. Poison Order says, oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Flatella says, I know most people would default to human or halfling for the small polite child character, but I'd like to propose an orc or a loxodon or something that is in fact a fairly large polite child. Oh, I love it. I love that so much. I love doing, like, I love having, like, okay, my first D&D character, who's still one of my favorites, and I love her with my whole heart. She's a Fierbolg, so she's like 8 feet tall. And she is a tank of a woman. And she is just the sweetest little ray of sunshine that you ever did see. She's very sweet. She's very polite. And she's very gentle. She is the member of the party who will always have, like, pockets full of homemade granola and, like, fruit leathers and stuff to make sure that everyone's got snacks. She's lovely. I love her so much. Anyways, oh, Lino says I made her a Kenku because adorable burb child is just slightly one-upping the whole premise. Oh, I love her already. I love the idea of a baby Kenku. I love the idea of a baby Loxodon. Can you imagine how cute that would be? Oh my goodness. Flatella says, computer, show me baby crow images. Yes, please. Oh my goodness. Poison Hoarder says, I made a very happy halfling cleric for a one-shot recently. I love her so much. Oh, bless. Oh, I've had her for 5 seconds, and I would absolutely, like, protect the heck out of that character. That is adorable. Okay, this implement is going to be metal, and then the other implement is going to be wood. I'm just adding some kitchen flavor in here. We're trying to, at least. I keep running out of brown. There's never enough brown. My brown's all dried out. Let's add in some more brown. Here we go. Let's just take a little journey to Browntown for 1 second. That's it. That's literally all the brown I wanted to add. Just going to blot, because I think I put too much paint on. Blot. Oh, good. Now there isn't enough. That's all. Every time I need to blot, I end up lifting up more paint than I mean to, as well. Which is, you know what? I'm just gonna leave that. It's fine. It's fine. Poisoner says, okay, I'm gonna lurk whilst I finish post-stream stuff. Oh, absolutely. If you need to go, like, have something to eat, go, like, you know, just refresh, just decompress, recharge your batteries, whatever. I know streaming is a lot, so if you need to go do stuff, and thank you so much again for the raid. I really do appreciate it, and it is lovely having you here. Have a fantastic lurk. I'm gonna do just another shout out for you. So, yeah, absolutely. Everyone go check them out. Nice. Thank you very much indeed. Now then. Okay, so I've got my little cup of utensils over here. I've got my those things. I have to decide what color this jumper is going to be. And you know what? I think I'm feeling like maybe kind of like an indigo shade, like this sort of color. Let me pop this onto the palette. Let's see how we feel about this indigo. I think that's a good one. Latella says, can endorse poison streams. They're always very comfy. We love a comfy stream in here. That's fantastic. I look forward to checking them out when I am not live. That's so nice. Thank you very much indeed for being here. It is lovely. You know, it really is just genuinely lovely getting to paint with company. I'm glad that I decided to sort of take the leap into actually doing, like, art streams, because I talked about it for, like, months before I actually started doing it. And it's just such a nice time. Like, it forces me to be productive, and it forces me to kind of expand my creative practice. And it's also just nice doing things and getting to kind of chat to cool folks. chat to my friends, make new friends, you know, all that good stuff. It's nice. It's nice. My plan for next week's art stream, and I hope that folks will be into it. I've got a new paint set that I bought on sale, and I'm planning to do another Draw This in Your Style challenge of a fellow streamer who has a really adorable aesthetic, and the Draw This in Your Style challenge is actually of a bear that's knitting, which, I mean, how precious is that? I feel like if anything wants to be translated into my art style, it's a bear that's doing knitting. That somehow feels very appropriate for me. And as much as I too am a bear and I also knit. I mean, at least a bear in the figurative sense, and as much as I'm round and I like to hibernate and I like I'm fuzzy and I like to I like to eat berries and honey. Yeah, Blatella says doing art alongside other people hits different. It really does. It just feels nice to do. But that's super rad. Goblin says, when is this? Next Monday I'll be doing that one. Every Monday at this time is art stream. Additional programming note, this coming Sunday, so like a week from yesterday, will be my one anniversary, my first stream-iversary stream, and I am so excited and so nervous. Mighty Geek Studios 1, hello, welcome on. This is greetings, young lady. Now that's something I don't hear every day. Thank you very much indeed. How the heck are you doing today? Welcome on in. We are hard at work on this be right back screen. But yeah, so for my 1 year streamiversary next Sunday, I will be playing, if you're not familiar with it, it's the first game that I ever streamed. And it was Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective, the FMV game from like 1991. And I am so excited. It's really silly. There are actual like filmed, you know, sort of historical drama looking segments in between the different like parts of the game. It's very silly and it's very fun, and we're doing the final case, and I'm very excited. So I hope folks will join in and help me solve the mystery, because I think it's gonna be a really good time. Blatella says, I've not yet seen any concrete evidence that you're not also literally a bear. Can you confirm or deny? Well, these, I guess, could be paws, but I have no toe beans, so. Do bears have like paw beans? I'm not actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like they do. Anyways, Mighty Geek Studio says, I'm doing well, and yourself? I'm doing pretty well now that I'm here and doing paints. So yeah, this is a good time. It's you know, Mondays, but I'm having I'm having a fantastic time working on this. And I hope that your day is going well as well. Sledge says, I can confirm that Sammy is not a bear. I am indeed a human being, just about, I think, maybe, more or less. Blatella says, extremely dated FMV games are very funny, I think. It is fantastic. The acting is just amazing. I love it. Eddie says, Sledge, how do we know that you're not a bear? I mean, he is very cuddly, and he does have a mighty beard, and he's very handsome, and we're married, anyways. Mighty Geek says, I see that you're using watercolor pencils. Not exactly. I'm using this graphite paint pan set. It's like watercolor, but like watercolor with graphite. So it gives these fantastically like muted shades, which I very much enjoy using these paints. So much so that I have like I bought 2 more sets of this same paint so I won't run out of it because I just love it so much. I do not wish to run out. It is a good. Okay, which one of these is self-rising and which one of these is plain? I think I tend to use more plain flour than self-raising, so I'm going to make this one the self-raising flour because there's more left in the jar. And that makes sense to my little brain. And then I will source an appropriate shade of blue. I think just this one again should do okay for that. Take a little curl of paint off there and get some little stripies in. Yeah, perfect. Just a nice pale blue, I think, to indicate that that's plain flour and that is self-raising. Very important. Very important. Linus' bears do indeed have beans and hairless palms. Interesting. Interesting. Goblin says, have you ever seen a bear and Sledge in the same room? Sus. I mean, I've also never seen him in the same... I was visiting yesterday on stream. I was playing Animal Crossing and I was visiting Sledge's island and the strangest thing happened. I swear that I saw Spider-Man. And I tried to find Sledge to let him know that I'd just seen Spider-Man running around on his island, and I couldn't find him. And then once I found Sledge, Spider-Man was gone, so he'll never believe me that Spider-Man was there. Like, can you believe? It was the wildest thing. Oh my goodness! Heck! Sen, hello, welcome on in. Hello, Raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Sen. Welcome. How the heck are you doing? Oh my goodness, thank you very much indeed. Sen is a fantastic streamer and friend of the channel, and I will get a shout out to Sen right now. How did your game go? It looked super fun. I did pop into Sen's stream a little bit earlier this afternoon. They were playing, is it the Outer, okay, I always mix up the names of these 2 games. It was the Outer Wilds, right? I think it was the Outer Wilds, because there's also the Outer Worlds, which was released in a fairly similar amount of time, but I think it was the Outer Wilds. Ah! Oh no! Oh my goodness, Tex! Thank you very much indeed for the sub. Thank you. Texas, hey Sammy, it's been 10 months. 10 months! Oh my goodness. How the heck? Anyways, welcome, Raiders. Hello, everyone. I hope that, Sen, I hope that your stream went well. Sen says, I'm back in the streaming business. I explored space very clumsily. It looked so much fun. Looks like so much fun. For anyone who's coming on the raid and doesn't know me, I'm Twitch user Sammy Kelsch. I am a variety streamer of sorts. Today, Mondays, I do art streams. So today I'm working on a BRB screen in watercolor because it's been streaming for almost a year and I didn't have a BRB screen. I'm trying my best. Yeah, this is the kind of the kind of thing that I do on Mondays. And then on Fridays and Sundays, I play games as well. I'm currently working my way through Hollow Knight, and I do also write books. I shared my first book a little bit earlier. I'll share my second book now. This is my second book. It's called Foraging for Sea Berries. It's about this nice lady. There's boats and girlfriends and baking recipes as well, because I can't choose just one genre. Because that would be too focused and having a brand identity, and forget that. I can just do everything. I want to do it all. Anyway, so that's the kind of things that I do. Sinesion is a fantastically talented streamer and maker of things and wonderful person, and we are so happy to have you here. It was the Outer Wilds, she says. We have been dealing with wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff and loops. The game looks so good. So good. I believe Sledge has played it, I want to say. No, you haven't. I thought you did.
I watched Dan's stream, but I kind of gave it away.
Ah, I see. He watched a Let's Play of it. Outer Wilds is the puzzle one. Outer Worlds is the Fallout one. Gotcha. Thank you. Lino says the two games will forever be linked in my head and indistinguishable despite being very different games. And they are indeed very different games. Both good, but very different. Sledge in the chat says, there we go. Watched a full playthrough of Outer Wilds. It was brilliant, but kind of made playing it a little bit redundant. Oh my god! No! Ed, what are you doing? No. What the heck are you doing? At least, the great news, the notifications are working this time. Oh my word. Ed, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I very much appreciate it. Wow, okay, Ed has just gifted 10 subs. Thank you so much to Mr. Tom, Liku Zero, Kronos, Temmie, Gary, Lino, Vlatella, Ginny B, Poison Hoarder, and Ambidev. Everyone, enjoy your ridiculous watercolor painted emotes and thank you so much, Ed. Oh my word! Ah! Sledge! Babe! What are you doing? Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Goblin Snack. Goblin Snack, welcome to being subbed and enjoy your emotes and stuff. Babe, thank you very much. Oh my goodness. Both of you, thank you. Thank you very, very much indeed. I very appreciate it. Oh my goodness. It's still going. I'm so glad I animated that. Oh, bless. Mighty Geek Studios, thank you very much for the follow. Oh my goodness. And indeed, the notifications are working now. We had a bit of a technical difficulty earlier, but we got there. Thank you so very much indeed. I truly appreciate it. Oh my goodness. We're on a level 4 hype train already. My gosh. Thank you. That is so incredibly kind. But let me try and catch up with chat. I see Lino's already making use of the Terry the Frog page emote. Enjoy your little forg. Terry loves you. Moogle says, thank you, Matt, for mine earlier was half asleep. Well, good morning, Moogle. I hope you're getting yourself a healthy breakfast. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, y'all are just the loveliest, truly. Well, for the hype train, Sledge, thank you very much indeed. Mighty Geek Studios, it says, it would appear that my merry band of miscreants have found me again, and they're going to spoil you. Oh my goodness. A mighty band. A merry band. Oh my goodness. That sounds delightful. There's some emote spam going on. You love to see it. Thank you very much for the hell yes and the pretzels and my stupid face and the forg. Yay. Moogle says, I've left the bed at 6 p.m. I'm lying on a different surface, but it feels like progress. Hell yeah, you did it. That is great. We love to see it. I hope that you are feeling good, and I hope that your rest has been refreshing and that things are doing good. Hell yeah. That is an achievement, and you should feel good about it. I need to decide what color my wall is in this painting. And I think for the sake of making it not blend into everything else, I'm gonna do like a kind of pale green color. I've picked up some of this moss colored paint, but I think I'm gonna add a little bit of like the bluishness to it, because I think that's a little bit too yellow, and that's getting too close to like, I don't know, acid magnolia territory, and we don't like magnolia. We just are stuck with it. Yeah, that's more like it. That's a nice soft green. And green is a very soothing color. And I think when I'm on BRB, I want everyone to feel soft and soothed and nice. Goblin Snack says forg color is lovely. We love forgs around here. Truly, we do. But yeah. I think the wall shall be forg color then. There's just wall behind under this counter here. I didn't draw in here, and I thought about drawing it, but I couldn't quite get it to work out the way that I had hoped for. Also, hello Samantha. I'm not sure if you've been here for a while and I did say hello, or if you just got here. In any case, hello. It's nice. Anyways, anywho's, let's see what I missed. Forg color is lovely. Yes. Terry is good frog. Terry is a sweet friend. For anyone who isn't familiar with Terry, the Forg mage, I will pull up Terry. Mighty Geek Studio says, Sammy, the last time they found me, they started a hype train that was enough to upgrade the streamer setup. Damn! That's very nice of them! My goodness. Inst the meanest time. I will show y'all, I would like to show you Terry. I will show you this was the first ever instance of Terry, the frog mage, who I drew for. Yay! I got a hype emote. Oh, thank you very much for the hype train, everybody. I truly appreciate it. That was very, very kind of you. So this is Terry, the Forg mage, our dear friend, just a little magic fellow who wants to go on big little adventures, and we love him with our entire heart. This was a little comic that I did where he traveled across various lands and picked up a little merry band of adventures here, his burb friend and a little cat who lives in the city. So that's Terry and his deal, but I loved Terry so much that I was like, I'm not done with you, kiddo. So I did just a nice sort of full color painting of Terry here, who is just enjoying a nice cup of tea with his cauldron. I'm assuming that his cauldron is full of tea. He's got his sort of staff, which is like a big old cloudberry flower type situation, and he's just sitting on his little toadstool having a nice cuppa, just chilling in his little enchanted forest, as it were. So that's Terry. I've got more plans for Terry coming forward at some point in the near future. We shall see. We shall see. But I don't want to spoil her too much and then not be able to deliver, so I shall say no more. But Poison Hoarder says, "Oh my God, Terry, I love you." Terry loves you too. He does. Terry is an excellent friend to everyone who is a good. We love Terry in this stream. He is a friend-shaped fellow who's just, you know what? You know, one of the things I love the most about Terry is that he's just trying his best. You know, he's just a little buddy. And we love him for that. Or at least I mean, I don't mean to speak on behalf of the entire chat, but I certainly love Terry. As you've probably managed to guess by this point. I think he's a pretty good fellow. Anyways. Today we are not painting Terry, sadly. Today we are just painting my doofy face, but never mind, we're trying our best. Here we are. Now. I shall get the rest of this wall down and then see if we can get, I think that's most of the things that I need to paint, except maybe my mug. And then I will try and see if there's anything that I need to just darken down the values of. And then we can get on to doing lines, and then we will be done. I wanted this to be a fairly quick painting, because I didn't want to have to come back to it next week, because I've got other things I want to do next week. And then week after next, we can come back to doing, hopefully, if I'm up for it, some more linoleum carving. Because I know everyone likes to see me taking my life in my hands. Poison Hoarder says, "Your best is all you can do, and Terry's doing it well." He is. He is the best fellow. Truly, I think I can safely say that you know, Terry, if we are the rest of us and Terry is the best of us, that is for sure. Terry is good fellow. I am tired, as you can probably tell at this point. Oh no. Oh no. But I also am trying my best for whatever it's worth. It's probably not worth that much, but never mind. Anyways, okay, so we have walls. They are greenish. They're fine. I don't know. I actually no, I think this color's okay. I think it's kind of a nice sort of pale spring green. I think it's not quite pastel because it's kind of got that, like, it's got that graphite-ness to it, which I really like. So now need to decide what color this mug wants to be. I do have, I mean, I've got so many mugs, it's very hard to figure out which mug I want to paint this as. Like, the mug that I'm drinking from right now, actually, would be a terrible mug to use, because, oh my god, I could not condense the detail on this into something about 1% of its size. That's not gonna work for me. Lino says, whenever I hear linoleum carving, I get a little tense. No, Lino, you silly goblin. She's not coming for you brandishing a knife. No! No, I will only ever brandish gentleness and support at you, Lino. That's it. Everything is fine. Apart from the fact that my tea is very cold. But other than that, everything's fine. Now then, what color shall I make this mug? I think I'm going to do a base of the, like, ochre color. And I want to do a base of the ochre color because actually I'm thinking about a mug that I do have that is kind of this color and then has, like, what I would describe best as, like, a Charlie Brown stripe. If you're familiar with Charlie Brown, you know what I'm talking about. It's handmade and someone abandoned it in an office that I used to work in. So I took it home because screw it. That's adorable. Like, me want. Sam says, I will go into lurk mode now and find some food. Good idea. You've been streaming for hours. Go look after yourself. Have a lovely evening. Get something to eat. Have a good food. I will just do another shout out to Twitch user Sinesian. And if you are not familiar with Sen, you should definitely check her out because she is fantastic. Anyways. Where was I? Okay. I would like to... Now that that's done, I think... Oh, I need to color in the, I need to color down these little... Just the little metal handles on the cupboards. Nice and simple. But also I want to just darken down the value on my eyes, which should be nice and well defined. Because I feel like if my eyes are too pale, they're just gonna look weird. You know what I mean? Since I mean just two, which is like half the time, which is like half the time I usually do, but it is dinner time. So please go feed yourself. It is important to eat. There we go. Okay. Okay, now my eyes look creepy on stream, but they'll look less creepy when I finish doing all of the when I've done all of the line art, so it will look better when I'm done, because right now it looks really creepy. Oh no. Oh no. Mighty Geek Studio says, looks like you got skills, girl. Oh, thank you very much. Got the attention of big players. Believe me, that ain't easy. They want to hang out with you. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Listen, anyone who wants to hang out with me while I do my silly arts and my silly video games on the other days of the week are more than welcome to. This is, I aim to be a pleasant place for people to hang out in. So, you know, if you want to hang out and chat, if you want to follow, that's fantastic. If you want to sub, thank you very much indeed. If you just want to, like, stop by once and lurk and not say anything and then just go about your day, also fine. Like, all is welcome and very much appreciated. So, if you're here, I appreciate you. You're great. Goblin says, "My eyes are the void. Stare into them and feel the darkness." Yes, hell yeah. Lino says, "You mean to suggest you don't just have glassy black pits for eyes?" I mean, definitely can't relate, huh? No, I mean, no, I sure don't. My eyes are, I'm normal. Anyways, I've just started doing some lines because I have this black paint loaded up, so I figure I may as well just use it now. I think I'm actually gonna do this in sort of like a cloudish blue color. So I think a cloudish blue would work. Mighty Geek Studios says these guys, the professional artists who lurk in the art streams of Twitch. Oh well, welcome on in, lurkers. If lurkers are here, thank you very much for lurking. I don't shout out lurkers normally because I figure if folks are lurking, they might want to just hang out in the background, and that is also welcome. One is under no obligation to participate or do anything. It's all fine. No pressure. Anywho, there's my little countertop, which I think is looking. I mean, you know, as far as BRB screens go, I wanted to make something that I mean, it doesn't quite match up with my sort of existing branding, but I'm thinking about maybe upgrading my starting soon screens and like ending like thanks for watching screens anyway, so I feel like that's probably okay. At this point, to have something that's a little bit more thingy. It's a little bit more detailed because I am thinking of doing a new starting soon and yada 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 anyway, so I may as well do something that's a tittle bittle more colorful, because as anyone who has been to the beginning of a stream will know, my current stuff looks like this. So it's hand drawn on, and I do really love like the sort of brown paper look of these. That's my technical difficulties screen. But I'm not sure if I should make them like consistent now that I'm doing this one that's like in full color. I don't know yet. This may be a ways off into the future. We'll see sort of what I feel like doing at that point, but obviously I want to finish this one first and then see how I feel about redoing other elements. I mean, I do think that they're very cute, so I don't necessarily want to get rid of them because I do like them, you know? It's a struggle what to do, you know what I mean? Anyways, Lino says, "I love that technical difficulty screen. It's a hell of a look." Oh, thank you very much. That's very appreciated. Thank you. I wanted to capture the energy of that sort of feeling of just I am suffering right now. And I hope that it maybe does. Okay, here's just my little gray potto of kitchen utensils, and I will do, since I've got sort of the black gray paint on, I will do a nice little gray line. Delightful. Goblin Snacks has agreed. I love drawing on craft paper too. I know, it's so nice. It's so nice to work with. Also, that was like, those drawings were the first time I ever used a brush pen as opposed to my usual just sort of like straight ahead fine liner when I'm using a pen like that. So that was a lot of fun. I don't use brush pen that often, but I enjoy it when I do. It is a fun, slightly different look. And it is fun to kind of play with, see what kind of lines you can get from it. I think it's just nice to do. Okay, I'm gonna fill this in a little bit. This was supposed to be black, and it's not quite darkened down enough for me, but see if I can darken it down just a tittle bittle. Just a tittle bit. There we go. That's Still not quite there, but it's getting there. Goblin Snack says, gotta pull my own BRB back in a sec. Have a fantastic BRB. Thank you very much indeed. All right. What's next? Is there anything else that I need to outline in black? I don't think so. So I'm gonna have to do. I think I'm gonna need to remix some ruddy white lady flesh tone in order to do the lines for my face. So I'm just gonna blend that up real quick. Oh, Mighty Geek Studios, if you're interested, I can teach you how to use a quill. Oh, I love a quill pen. Very, very cool. Do not own one, but I think they are very cool. They're very dramatic. You know what? That is a task for like future me. I think at some point would love to work on that. If you have any, like, if you do art, by all means, if you wanted to, if you want to share anything in the Discord, I would love to see it. And that goes for everyone. If you are in the Discord, if you want to join the Discord, feel free. If you have any art that you want to share there, you are welcome to do so. There is a channel specifically for like sharing your art. And I would love to see it. So by all means, if anyone wants to share art with me, I would love to see it. If there's anything that you were working on like while I'm on stream and you want to share it there, that would be extremely cool. I love that. I love arting along with other streamers. I do that quite a lot as well. And I love hearing when other people are arting along while I'm streaming. I just think that's just neat. I just think that's neat. All right. So I've got a slightly darkened down shade here to just get some definition on my diddle nose. I mean, it's not that little, my nose. I think it's more or less an average sized human nose, you know. Mighty Geek says you need a brown for the cabinet door. Yes, that will need to be, I think, a slightly yellower brown, but I will make a brown for the cabinet door as well. Whence we gets to there. And obviously my little moof. My diddle frowny face. There we go. I am a tired bear here. And let me just paint in my second chin. Meeple, hello, welcome on in. How are you doing today? We are in the home stretch of this piece, I do believe. It's lovely to see you. How are you doing today? Linus says, definitely sounds like the sort of thing that a bear hiding her identity would say, an average-sized human nose. Listen, how do you do, fellow humans? Hello, everyone. I'm a human. I'm normal. How convincing was that? It's probably less convincing if you have to ask if it was convincing afterwards. Oh, no. Oh, Meeple says, I mean, my brain being a bastard again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Brain, you're great, and we support you. Otherwise, okay. I hope that things feel better. I hope that this brief chill moment of paint may be a relaxing time to maybe help, or in any case not make you feel worse. We're just trying our best in here. That's all. That's all I can do. It's just my best. Okay. We've got two little handies. As the song goes, there is a song that, okay, if anyone knows Twitch user Ashens, he plays a song quite regularly that's this like educational German song that I get stuck in my head quite a lot as a result. Anytime I think about my hands or my fingers, my brain just goes, Ich habe 10 Finger und 2 Hände. Ich habe 10 Finger, 2 Hände und 2 Arme. Every time! It's like, I know! And now it'll be stuck in your head. I'm so sorry. Anyways, Mabel says, yeah, the brain went overdrive yesterday and now I've become fixated on a negative, trying to deal, but it's taking time. I am so sorry to hear that. I know how that goes. Sometimes you just need time for it to work its way through, and I hope that you feel better soon, and I hope that you know that, if you need any support or distraction or just, places to vent, like, I am friend. Hello. We're pulling for you. We're all in this together. And I support. Anyways. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep on painting this silly little purple small. Let's start with the purple ends of my hair, and then work our way to the brownie bits. But first, purple. I love being purple. It is quite a lot of upkeep, because purple really likes to fade out of your hair quite quickly. But it's so worth it. Even though like 90% of the time these days, because I'm just at home, I've got my hair up in just like a bun or a ponytail, so it's not like you can see it anyways, but like I know it's purple. And that's the important thing. It sparks joy for me. Therefore. Ooh, that's bold. Hang on. Let me do a blot so it blends in a little bit better. Blot blit. Blot blit. Okay, I don't want to blot too hard and have it like smudge, but blot blit. There we go. Okay. Well blotted. Good. There we go. Now, as for my actual brownness hair, I'm going to take, so I've got the sort of base sort of brownish that I used for my face. I'm going to add a little bit more of this ochre shade to it to get it closer to my own sort of personal shade of like chestnut. And then continue sort of doing the outlines of the chestnutty brownie bits. Which are a little bit more chestnut here than they are in real life, but hey, this is all a little bit stylized, so deal with it. It's near enough. And sometimes good enough is good enough. Lino says, purple hair does sound fun. The only time I considered dyeing my hair, it was to go pastelish purple. Yes! Yes! We love it. Purple is one of my favorite colors. I'm not one of those people who can just, like, stick to a single aesthetic. But, I've had purple in my hair for a good few years now, and I'm not looking to give it up at any point in the near future. So it's kind of parts of my thing, I guess, is the purple. I've got just one little... I want to make sure that I've got all these little sort of like hairs sort of sticking out here and there, because my hair just does that. It's not perfect, and that's, you know what, that's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. In fact, perfect, quite frankly, would be fairly boring, so I'd rather be me than perfect. Let's put it that way. Okay. Now I've got this indigo sweatshirt, and so I need to do some indigo outlines here. I think like one of my wintertime uniforms, since I day job from home, and I stream from home, is just like sweatshirt. I will say that despite not wearing any trousers in this picture, I am actually wearing trousers right now. I'm wearing Moomin pajama trousers They are very cute. Can I get the print on camera? Yes. Moomin pajama trousers. There's a little Snork Maiden. They I'm so glad I found these in Asda of all places quite a few years ago, and I'm a very big fan. I'm gonna be really sad when I wear them to death, because I do wear them quite a bit, and they bring me a lot of joy. And I'm wearing my scary painting sweatshirt. I love this painting. I love this whole, what is the name of the painter who does these who did all these portraits of like Japanese theater actors. They are so, like, especially this one, which I think is probably one of the most famous. They're so expressive. I love this style so much. I think it's amazing. Anyways, Mighty Geek Studio says, I just posted my art on your Discord. Thank you very much indeed. I look forward to checking it out when I am done here. Thank you. Let's get on with this in the meantime. I need to remember to actually post my own art in my Discord, which I don't always remember to do. So apologies about that, but I am trying. Now then. Right. We're getting there. I think I've got like a nice, I think I will use the blue again to do the lines for like the actual like Be Right Back section. Goblin says, I'm back, but I just saw the time and I have to go lurk for D&D. This is wonderful, and you are wonderful. You're wonderful, Goblin. Thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful night. Enjoy your D&D. I hope you have a fantastic time. That sounds like so much fun. I love D&D. It is a delightful time. So I hope you have fun. We are probably not going to be too much longer on here. I think I'm getting close to having everything be as done as it needs to be. I'll just finish up the lines on this sweatshirt. Maybe do the BRB sort of steam cloud up there. Get the rest of the lines in place, and then I've got to go cook dinner. So, come on, paint. Sometimes the nature of this brush has a tendency to like really just suck up paint and then not give it back sometimes, and I'm like, no. I needed that. There we go. Okay, so we've got the little sweatshirt detail up there. I think it's very cute. Mighty Geek Studio says, I'm mainly a traditional artist myself. Hell yeah. I don't really do digital art at all. Pretty much the only digital stuff that I do is like if I need to take something that I've already like produced traditionally and translate it into, something for like a sticker design or an enamel pin, I will do like whatever tweaks I need to do. But apart from that, I don't actually have the hardware that I would need to properly do digital art. I do have an iPad, but apparently it's too old to work with the Apple Pencil, so oh no. So I haven't really been able to ever dabble in digital art, but I'm very happy with there are so many different traditional media for me to work through, so that it's going to be a while before I get bored and decide to do digital. But it would be nice to kind of experiment with like properly, because right now any experiments that I've done have been sort of very rudimentary, because all I've got is like a mouse, sort of like a mouse pad or something like that, or literally I have Sketchbook downloaded to my iPad and I've attempted to like finger paint on it, and it looks bad. So that's a no. Anyways, Lino says, I slightly burned the popcorn, but it's salvageable. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that your popcorn is burned. Only slightly burned, they say. Most of it's still very good. I recently started making my own. It's so worth it. Oh, popcorn is one of my favorite snacks. I absolutely adore a popcorn snack. So I definitely feel you on that. Oh, now I want a popcorn snack. Oh no. I've eaten so much popcorn today. I should not have more popcorn snack, but it's so good. It is so, so, so good. Okay. Just gonna brown down these cupboards. And I think I might actually probably gonna want to get a little bit of like wood grain texture onto the cupboard doors as well. But since I've started doing the lines, I will finish sort of the actual outliney bits, and then maybe with a slightly lighter shade I will do some wood grain effect onto them. Do I have enough paint here? It is disappearing. Oh no. Okay, let's get a little bit more on here. So it's not too faint. We want it to be nice and visible. And it does tend to get a little bit paler when it dries down as well. So I would like to, if I can, avoid that. These are slightly uneven, but you know what? That's fine. Trees aren't all the same size. The wood doesn't all have to be the same size. It's all fine. Who cares? It is a BRB screen, which will rarely be seen outside of the making of it right now, probably, because I don't BRB that often. So, frankly, everything's fine. It's gonna be okay. Right, I'm gonna lighten this up just a tittle bit. I would like this to be fairly subtle, sort of just lines of wood grain, maybe a little blob here and there. Just to give the kitchen just a smidge more texture, but without it sort of drawing your eye too much, I think. I mean, this isn't the most sort of like deliberately composed piece I've ever created, I feel like, but hey. I think it's turning out all right, actually. I'm pretty happy with it. Pretty happy with it. Lino says, I did enjoy that the BRB screen has already seen use before it was even finished. Like, I would not have predicted that, and I'm impressed with myself. It has already demonstrated that it will be a handy tool in my my streamer's arsenal, so I'm happy I decided to finally do it, for sure. For sure I am. And I think it's gonna look okay. I don't know. If it doesn't look okay, I can just forget to use it every time. This is fine. It's all fine. I'm trying to feel positive about sort of creating an art, and usually when I'm actually like in the process of creating something, I tend to feel, unless it's just going horribly wrong, I tend to feel fairly good about it. It's the sort of afterwards bits when I like share things on social media and they get like 4 likes or something that I'm just like, okay, maybe that wasn't good. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad. And then I feel a little bit sad, which I know is nonsense, and I know a lot of it is just the algorithm being a pile of garbo, or maybe just, you know, I posted something that is in landscape orientation to Instagram, which prefers portrait orientation, and I posted a photo instead of a video, and doing all the things that are bad for engagement on your socials, and I don't post every day, and yada yada yada, and whatever. So, you know, I try to remember these things, but then sometimes I feel like telling myself these things, am I just making excuses? Actually, because sometimes those things feel like platitudes, even though I also know that they're largely true. So there. Linus says, for what it's worth, I love it. That is worth more than like 1,000 rando likes on Instagram. That is for darn sure. So, thank you very much indeed for that. I do appreciate it. That is very kind of you to say. Okay, time to. I'm loading up my brush with way more paint than I need to do the lines on this electric kettle, which I shall use to boil the water for my coffee or tea. I have run out of tea, incidentally, and I'm definitely going to have to stick the kettle on as soon as we're done here, because I am a thirsty girl. I've been trying in the last couple of weeks to really sort of get on board with actually making sure that I get enough like fluids in a day, but I am quite bad at it still. There we go. I have put the Charlie Brown stripe on the mug. Actually, I can't remember. Is there more than one? There might be more than one stripe. So I'm gonna stick a little stripe up here as well. There we go. The Charlie Brown stripes on the mug. Delightful. I love my Charlie Brown mug. It was a very special acquisition, and it brings me joy. Lino says algorithms can get fucked proverbially. I completely agree. It is the way that I really dislike the way that the algorithm drives the kind of content that gets made as well. I find is very frustrating, because it means that you're not just, instead of being able to just think about, you know, especially for people like YouTubers and stuff, where your livelihood is kind of tied directly to the algorithm preferring and sharing your content, and you know, being seen and having people engage with it, means that you're not just thinking about what is something that I would like to work on, what is a story that I want to share, what is something that I want to create. You're thinking about like what is not going to get buried if I post it, you know? So this week it's like longer form videos, next week it's all shorter form videos. Well, I guess you prefer shorter form videos, everyone, so I guess that's all I'm going to show you. And, you know, it's because a couple of years ago, I think it was all about, like, YouTube videos and stuff just getting longer and longer, because that's the kind of content that seemed to be preferred, because, I don't know, I guess you can show more adverts through videos that are longer, and I like a longer video because it, you know, it tends to be more detailed, and, I get to learn more stuff, and, from YouTube's perspective, they get to show more ads per video. But now it's all like shorter form stuff because TikTok is popular, and everywhere else has to be also TikTok in order to be popular, which I hate the idea of. It's like, no, you have a niche, and your niche is like videos that are between 5 and several hours long, and you don't need to also be TikTok. Sledge says old man shouts at clouds. You're not wrong. That isn't 100% me. At this point, I don't mind short form content. Like, I had Vine back in the day, and I do, oh no, that's not it, Sledge. Okay, fixed it. I don't mind short form content. I had Vine back in the day, and I find a lot of short form videos very entertaining. But I also am not a fan of a lot of the kind of content that tends to go viral from TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. I don't have it installed. I don't understand it, but a lot of what I see tends to be content that just, I don't know, it doesn't agree with the type of brain that I have, if that makes sense. Like, it just doesn't feel good for me to watch. So I don't want to. I don't think that's just me yelling at clouds. I think that's me more being just, I don't know, a little bit sad that what is of the moment right now is something that I really don't enjoy. And that's, I guess that's fine, because like other people do, and it's not all about me, but, you know, still, I enjoy being able to enjoy things. Just that's a stupid way of putting it. Anyways, good, what's a cloud color? I'm gonna use I don't think I've used a lot of this. This is sort of like a purplish, bluish, gray sort of shade. I'm going to use that because that feels like cloud to me. And then once we've done this, I think unless there's any details that I've completely... Oh, we need to fill in the mug. Never mind. Once we filled in the mug, then we are done. So this stream has run long, but I figured I don't want to come back to this for a second stream. I really just want this to be finished so that I can implement it. So I wanted to get it all done in one strem, which is why we're still here. But we will be done very, very shortly. I think. It has been pointed out to me that it is nearly 7 p.m., which means it is time for me to go cook dinner, so... At least I didn't really have any other plans tonight except work on other art when I'm done here, so that's absolutely fine. I shall go do my delicious, delicious Brussels sprout stir fry. If anyone else has any very exciting dinner plans, I would love to hear about them. Because... You know I love to talk at silly length about food and stuff. You know it. Anyways. Okay. B! We have a word! Yay! Oh no! Linus is always about to ask us for dinner, but Brussels sprouts. Frowny face. Oh no, I'm sorry. I know they are a divisive food. We went over this quite a lot when I was, when I streamed, Ori and the Blind Forest. There is, an element in that game that, to my eye, looks... I think it was like your sort of like HP sort of indicator. You get a certain amount of these little sort of like glowing orbs, but because of the color, and because they were little and they were this sort of like greenish color, they were sort of like this shade of green, and they were little, and they have a sort of organic look to them, and they looked like little Brussels sprouts to me. And so we had a lot of Brussels sprout discourse in the chat when I was playing Ori because of that. And believe me, I know they are a divisive food. I think it's one of those things where, like, it might be genetic that they just taste really bitter to some people and really sort of, you know, sort of sweet and green and delicious to others. Because to me, they taste absolutely amazing. But I understand if they taste bitter to you, then you probably don't enjoy that so much. So, like, respect, and I certainly wouldn't serve them to you if you don't like them. And that is fine. There are lots of things that I don't enjoy. For instance, mushrooms I am allergic to. So, you know, if you were making a mushroom stew, I'd be like, oh, that sounds really nice for you, but I am allergic. I think I'm doing a quick lamb stew tonight. Nice. Likewise, I don't eat lamb, but I hope you enjoy it. I don't think I've ever actually had lamb. I haven't had meat in... Like, I'm not a meat person, so I haven't had a meat in a really long time, and I can't actually recall if back in my omnivorous days whether or not I'd ever had lamb. I'm not sure. So I would be interested to know what it's like, certainly. Interestingly, the one thing that I do miss as a flavor from my like omnivorous days, believe it or not, is confit duck. Was absolutely delicious. I think possibly just the sheer this might be in part down to just the sheer amount of fat that it's cooked in that makes it very, very delicious. But a lot of people are like, "Oh, I miss bacon. I wish that I could get a good plant-based bacon." I'm like, "No. Let me if you can make a plant-based substitute for confit duck that tastes just like confit duck, I will eat that very happily." Or sort of some charcuterie stuff as well, like smoked sausage and that kind of thing, like my Hungarian grandfather used to make. That would be very comforting to me. But you can't, like, the plant-based charcuterie still has a ways to go. There are some good substitutes, but yeah. Lino says, it doesn't help that to a lot of folks the only way we have experienced them growing up was boiled to death. Oh, absolutely. I think that seems like a very British thing as well, as just boiled vegetables to me. I don't know if this is accurate, but that's kind of the impression that I get. It's a lot of like bland boiled vegetables. Deliciousness. Whereas my mother's Hungarian, so I grew up eating a lot of Hungarian food, and it is full of flavor. Lots of garlic, lots of paprika, like lots of sour cream. Very just delicious, rich, fun, tasty stuff. So the British palate was an adjustment, certainly, but yeah. Sledge says, yeah, lots of my hatred for some veg is due to my folks' habit of boiling them to within an inch of their very existence. Exactly. I have tried to integrate certain foods into our diet in ways that Sledge actually finds palatable. Like, he hates carrots, but it's okay if I put them in, like, if I'm making a dal and I add like if I sort of mince some carrot into it, he doesn't seem to mind so much. So that's something I like to do sometimes. Lino says, I do a vegan stew too, but unfortunately I replace the lamb with mushrooms, so that'd be no good for you. That's okay, as long as you enjoy it. That's the most important thing. Don't worry about me. Lino says, yeah, basically everything was boiled, microwaved, or baked growing up, and it was awful. Really getting into alternative cooking methods now. Awesome. Despite, like, it's not Hungarian, but the wok got a lot of use when I was growing up. And a lot of steamed foods, like steamed fish, served with rice and, a lot of, like, lovely seasonings and stuff, were the kind of things that I ate growing up. And as I say, a lot of Hungarian, sweet paprika, which is so delicious. Steamed hams. I don't think we ate a lot of steamed hams growing up, Tex, but, oh no, I'm just thinking of steamed hams. I'm assuming that everyone knows steamed hams, aka the best piece of comedy ever produced, but if you don't, please just Google steamed hams. Maybe I'll post it in the Discord when we're done here, I don't know. Anyways, thank you for the steamed hams. My art is done. I guess I should sign it. I will sign it with this little brush as best as I can, because I'm bad at signing my name with this, but I'm running out of paint already. There we go. It has a name. Hooray. Oh no! Texas, Linus' text, I briefly choked on popcorn pulls. Oh no. Oh no, please be okay. Please be okay. Alright, so this is our new Be Right Back screen. I will scan it in and sort of get it ready to implement for our next stream, where I probably won't even need to use it, but never mind. This is Texas, I need to lurk now. Have a fantastic lurk. We're literally just about to finish up. I'm gonna find somebody to raid now, so thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Thank you very much to the folks who raided today. Thank you to everyone who subbed or who gifted subs. Thank you to everyone just for hanging out with me. Like, y'all are awesome, and it's been a lot of fun. And I will be I'll be back on Friday to do some Hollow Knight, and then back on Sunday to do our Can You Believe to Learn 1 year streamiversary. Incredible, truly. But yes, in the meantime, I shall find us someone to raid. Ooh, you know what? Okay. I think I've got a raid target. I haven't raided her in a while. I think I haven't raided Sosa in quite a while. Sosa's a lovely artist. She's super nice and great, and she does some seriously, like, impressive work. So I think I will send us in the direction of Sosa today, because I haven't had a chance to raid Sosa in quite a while. And I think that would be a nice thing to do. And in the meantime, I shall see you all in the next one, and I will thank you very much for being here, and take care and have a great rest of your evening. Bye!